Howdy, Mass for Big Erections, and today we're building a 32 by 15, and it's like a combination of horse stables and then a horse yard with big open garrett. We've got the crane coming, which he should be here, and yeah, we're getting into it. Yesterday we did all the frame building all the portals, laying out the steel. It was quite a heavy day. We got big 300Cs as our main portals. So yeah, it's pretty taxing, but all good. We got it done, and then today should be a bit of a breeze with the crane, and also we've got multiple scissors, 4 guys on deck, so should be a good day and should get it done. We should get I'm hoping to get it about 90% framed out, so that's our goal for today. So we just built our first portal face. So this is the most imperative one, especially with with any shed building, but you've got to work off the face. So yeah, it takes the longest, takes time, but you get this sorted, you get it braced. We've got our temp braces running on the outside columns here back to our base bracket. That is true. So now we're sticking our portals. So I've set this pass, which is our end wall's 150. That's 150Z, so that's set 150 off that. And then in a second we'll level that up and lock that up. And then the guys are doing the other side, so they're doing the same. And then now I'm going to head to the apex, chuck the apex in, and lock that up. So we're getting 1, 2, 3 sticks, which is locking up all our frame. So yep. With the framing process, one of our big rules is that the slab is always clear. So like no tools, no bolts, no nothing. So just so you don't have guys stopping and starting, having to move stuff because the guy's in the scissor. So that's one of the real big rules to make this process like super smooth. And as you can see, it's flying up. when we're standing the frames, we're like, our mission is to get the crane out of here as soon as possible, and then also just to make things. So these sticks, we've set them level like our columns, but you'll see that we've actually scattered. They're not running. So we're going outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside. The reason being for that is it gives us the flexibility to straighten up these columns, because a lot of the time you'll go through and you'll get through to the end and it could be wind, or it could be anything, but these portals might not be straight. So once this is all up, we then go back through, and then we'll start getting these locked in, and we'll lock them in via our fascia purlin, which is our top one. But when we're doing that, we can release. You can just crack your nuts on a column on both sides, and it gives you that movement to really get it straight. Once we're actually doing it too, we'll be able to go into that. But this is just our process and our system. And then through the apex, you'll see that we've connected them all, because they're a bit of a shit we don't stagger the apexes. We don't, in this process and at this stage, those nuts on the apex are just finger tight, because also we straighten them up as we need as well. Because they're not perfect either. So it's just a lot easier to have them joined. That's a couple bits and pieces for when you're framing out. I feel like this just makes it go nice and smooth.
Yep.
So, but yeah, we're not far off having all the portals up, and then we'll be moving on to the next stage. And we've got 4 guys, 2 scissors, so shit's going to happen pretty quick. We'll be we complete the frame out in the sense of all of our purlins and girts are up.
Yep.
I'm hoping, if all goes well, it just depends, but I'm hoping we can get the roller door posts in as well, but which I'll explain later why we put them in when we do. We don't get those roller door posts in until like the building is completely secure, permanently braced and everything like that. So we got the crane out of here at just after 9:30, which is pretty darn good for 9 portals. Yeah, I think he sort of started lifting after 6:30, so that's pretty good. We've got it all. It's not secure, but it's enough for us to work with. So now what we're doing, we've got these 2 guys down here, if you just want to have a look. So they're going to be in the 2 scissors. They're going to start moving along one wall, installing each of the fascias. And then that's how we're now going to lock this building up with the fascias. So that'll be a double check, it'll be double checked with the level, make sure everything's all good, and then we'll lock that up. So that's what's happening there. So they'll go through and do that side of the fascias. They'll come to this side and do this side of the fascias. It's going to take a while because there's no punches for the fascias, which is a mistake. So they're going to have to use clamps and punch holes, and so it's going to be a bit of an operation. So once they've done that, but what we're doing here, because this is a shed into a big 12-metre garaport, so Jamie and I are going to work on this other end of the shed, and we're going to get these 2 mullions in here just to create some more stability in the shed and just to lock it up a bit better. And then once these guys have done the fascias and locked up both of our walls, we then go through the apex and we'll eye them up and line them up and straighten all them up. And then that's us pretty much, then that's the building secure and in position, and then that allows us to all start getting into the framing, into the nuts and bolts of the job. So yeah, so the next few hours, it'll be a couple of hours of doing all this, but once that's done, it's all pretty straightforward then. We're just sticking steel together. So yeah.